Hello, today we have another King Crimson request. All right, for King Crimson, they often block themselves on YouTube. So if any reactor listens to them, they won't publish my video unless I mute out their sound or alter it so it doesn't even sound like it anymore. So if that's happened, I've put this on Patreon, which is just a website without censorship. And some of my videos are behind a paywall, but if it's blocked for copyright, I'll just put it up for free. And that way you guys can see what my Patreon's like. It's early access for members on my other videos. Hopefully this video is not blocked, but I never know. One King Crimson video was completely blocked and the other song was okay. So you just don't know. And it's so weird because like who cares about King Crimson nowadays, right? Like, okay, I'm listening to it from a historical progressive rock, like it's important for history. But to be that, like, I will not let anyone react to my music is a little bit crazy in today's age. Like, if anything, it's going to bring new listeners to it. Because who else? I'd never heard of King Crimson except for y'all who are like, you need to know about all this stuff, Erica. So we're going to listen to you. I've done 21st Century Schizoid Men, and I did I Talk to the Wind. Today will be Starless, and I like to type my reactions to just kind of get a sense. This is 12 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm going to take it all in. All right, let's go.
Sundown, dazzling day, go through my eyes, but my eyes turn within, only see starless and bubble black. Old friend, charity, cruel, twisted smile, and the smile signals emptiness for me. Starless and bubble
All right. That was Starless. I like it. It reminded me a little bit of Pink Floyd. Well, just because I've heard that Shine On Crazy Diamond song. It sounds different than that, but similar in some ways. I liked it. I thought I wrote out my notes. I mean, I was very descriptive about what I heard in the sections. During the part where they sang, they'd always emphasize the title. When they sang Starless, they changed the rhythm and the melodic content. So I found that very interesting. I was like, oh, they're saying Starless right now. And I didn't expect that. So that was cool. And there was like this ostinato. It just kept like repeating the same kind of like bass instrumental stuff. But then on top of it was like changing melodies and stuff like that. So that was over that second sequence. There was like a lot of sections in this. I'd be like, oh, there's a new section, cool bass line. Then there was that repeating the guitar. That went on for a while. Then there was like the jazz bust out section. It was like and saxophone power. And then it went into like a rock section. And then ended in that like nice weird fluty thing above the sky. Melody instrument. So I thought that was nice. Okay, well, hopefully YouTube didn't block this, but if it did, it's on my Patreon, so you can listen to it too. You just never know. See, this is the official King Crimson channel, and they're just holding on to it. Look, they're going to be playing in Czechia, so they're still touring, but for some reason, they're just very anti-reactor. This is the kind of thing where you gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to the times. Look, when they first came up with MP3s, the record companies were like, "We don't want to have digital music," and they didn't do it. And then people started doing it illegally, and then they're like, oh, "Okay, we'll sell MP3s now," but they thought people are still going to keep buying like records. So the people who adapted made the most money. The people who were like, "No, we will only sell CDs. We will not go digital." And they stayed in a different generation. I mean, Amazon was, people didn't believe in online bookstores when Amazon started. They were like, who would want to buy a book online? Going to the bookstore and reading it and feeling it in your hand and smelling it and buying a coffee, that's the whole experience. And now Amazon's one of the biggest companies in the world. So usually people who kind of don't want to adapt become dinosaurs. But yeah, so I think King Crimson, if you guys ever see this King Crimson, just allow reactors. You're going to get way more exposure. You could build some new fans. Your music's cool. It definitely, you can see how it was important in the kind of progressive jazz fusion era, 1974, like as music is changing so quickly. I thought it has a cool little piece in that history. I can see how it fits in. But how would I have known that unless someone recommended it to me? And how would other people find out about it unless they see reaction videos on it? So just consider that, because it's annoying for me to film a full video and then YouTube goes, you are blocked. This video is blocked. And then I have to trim it out or not publish it or put it on Patreon. It's just annoying. So hopefully this one worked, because the last one worked, but you never know. It's a completely unpredictable situation. Like, I don't know. Oh, look, I have double thumb holes. All right, this is going and I don't want it to. All right, I'll see you guys on the next video. This was a tipped request. I'm almost done with this 3-part King Crimson. The next one I have is Elephant Talk, and then this little tip will be done, and then can all see how the other green. I had to skip around because I can't just do 3 King Crimsons in a row. I have to skip around and come back, whatever. So, but mostly the tips are getting done. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.